In the heart of England, where the Industrial Revolution forged a city of steel, two footballing titans emerged, not just clubs, but a reflection of the very soul of Sheffield. For over a century, they have stood opposed, divided by history, by streets, and by an unyielding, burning passion. This isn't just about 90 minutes on a pitch. This is about families torn between allegiances, about a city where even the shortest journey can feel like crossing enemy lines. This is about Sheffield Wednesday and Sheffield United. The Owls and the Blades, two halves of one city, locked in an eternal struggle for supremacy. Sheffield, a city forged in the fires of the Industrial Revolution, stands unique in the landscape of English football. It is a city defined not by one club, but two, locked in a rivalry that runs deeper than any league table. To the north, the blue and white of Sheffield Wednesday, the Owls, hold sway. To the south, the red and white of Sheffield United, the Blades, claim their territory. This geographical split is no mere coincidence. It reflects broader identity patterns that have characterized English geography for centuries, tracing back to the Anglo-Saxon period and the ancient kingdoms of Northumbria and Mercia. This historical context elevates the rivalry beyond a simple footballing contest, suggesting it taps into ancient cultural fault lines within the region, giving it an almost ancestral weight. Why does this rivalry burn with such unyielding ferocity? Why does a football match possess the power to cleave families, causing brothers to fall out and fathers to refuse speaking to their sons over 90 minutes of sport? The depth of this animosity goes beyond typical sporting competition, becoming a core part of individual and community identity. The Sheffield Derby is a profound, sometimes destructive force in personal relationships. This video will delve into the origins of this unique divide, the pivotal moments that shaped its narrative, and the fanatical culture that makes the Steel City Derby one of football's most compelling and emotionally charged narratives. The narrative of the Steel City rivalry begins with Sheffield Wednesday, a club whose origins stretch back to 1867. Born from the Wednesday Cricket Club, the footballing side was established to keep its members, primarily market traders who enjoyed Wednesdays as their day off, together and fit during the winter months. This founding, announced at the Adelphi Hotel in Sheffield, marked the club as one of the oldest professional football institutions in the world. Wednesday quickly asserted its dominance in local football, winning the Cromwell Cup in 1868 and the inaugural Sheffield FA Challenge Cup in 1877. Their early success, including an FA Cup triumph in 1896 and back-to-back First Division titles in 1903 and 1904, firmly established them as Sheffield's premier footballing powerhouse. This historical context is crucial. Wednesday's early achievements and their support base among wealthier, more traditional traders positioned them as the city's original footballing elite, a status that would inevitably create tension when a new rival emerged. The formation of Sheffield United in 1889 is steeped in controversy and economic necessity, directly contributing to the immediate bitterness of the rivalry. Sheffield Wednesday had previously used Bramall Lane, a multi-sport venue, as their home ground. However, a significant dispute over rent and gate receipts led Wednesday to vacate Bramall Lane in 1889, moving to their newly built Olive Grove ground. Faced with a substantial loss of revenue from the departure of the city's established football club, the Bramall Lane Cricket Committee made a fateful decision. They formed their own football club, Sheffield United, to recoup the lost income. This business choice, rooted in industrial-era economics, directly sparked over 130 years of fierce competition. United quickly became a formidable force, winning the First Division in 1898 and securing multiple FA Cups in 1899, 1902, 1915, and 1925. The very existence of Sheffield United was a direct consequence of Wednesday's actions and a financial imperative, imbuing the rivalry with an almost resentful origin, as if United was born because of Wednesday, fostering immediate animosity. rather than a natural, organic sporting competition. The first match between the two clubs took place on the 23rd of April, 1891 Wharncliffe Charity Cup, with Wednesday emerging victorious with a 2-1 scoreline. This seemingly innocuous encounter was merely the prelude to an escalating enmity. By 1895, the rivalry had reached remarkable levels of intensity, with passionate fans creating symbolic funeral cards to announce the death of their rivals. Sheffield United actively attempted to poach Wednesday supporters by charging less for admission and enticing players to defect, further fanning the flames of animosity. The animosity even spilled over into physical confrontations, with reports of players leaping into crowds to fight spectators during a game in 1892. Initially, any team from Sheffield was known as the Blades, due to the city's association with the steel industry. However, Wednesday's move to the Owlerton district in 1899 led to their adoption of the Owls nickname, leaving United to claim the Blades as their own, solidifying distinct identities. Hours before kickoff, the city of Sheffield undergoes a remarkable transformation. Streets become a vibrant, pulsating canvas of blue, white, and red, as fans, adorned in their club colours, converge on local pubs. Here, the air is thick with anticipation, filled with the collective singing of chants, spirited discussions of tactics, and the sharing of cherished memories. The journey to the stadium itself is a pilgrimage, a sea of blue and white, or red and white winding its way towards the grounds, accompanied by an intimidating wall of sound. Once inside, the atmosphere is nothing short of electric, a cauldron of noise and emotion. However, this fervent passion often spills beyond the boundaries of healthy competition. Recent derbies have witnessed ugly scenes involving the throwing of pyros and beer, necessitating a massive police operation with hundreds of officers deployed across the city centre before, during, and after matches. These incidents have led to arrests and banning orders, highlighting the delicate balance between fervent support and potential disorder. While the derby provides a vital outlet for collective passion and identity, it simultaneously pushes the boundaries of civic order, requiring significant external control to manage its raw intensity. Every derby day is set to a unique soundtrack of iconic chants, each defining its club's identity and its relationship with the rival. For Sheffield United, the beloved Greasy Chip Buddy song, sung to the tune of John Denver's Annie's Song, is an anthem. It's a humorous, working-class ode to local pleasures, with lyrics that paint a vivid picture of Sheffield life. This chant explicitly links United's identity to the city's industrial heritage and culture. For Sheffield Wednesday, a defining anthem is "Singing the Blues," with lyrics that perfectly encapsulate the rivalry's emotional core. These are not mere songs. They are declarations of unwavering allegiance, passed down through generations, and often include pointed jabs at the opposition. These chants serve as living historical archives, embodying the us versus them mentality and reinforcing the emotional intensity of the derby through shared vocal traditions. They are a powerful, collective expression of pride and defiance. In the late 1990s, a truly shocking proposal emerged from the boardrooms of Sheffield's two great clubs. Facing severe financial pressures, the idea of merging Sheffield Wednesday and Sheffield United into a single super club was floated. A staggering 98% of supporters from both sides vehemently rejected what they called an abomination, vowing never to watch such a team. The powerful sentiment that heart could never be in it revealed that the rivalry was not merely a preference but an uncompromising core identity for the fans, transcending even the club's financial survival. This fierce opposition, which remarkably united rival fans against a common external threat, underscored the profound depth of the rivalry. It demonstrated the sacredness of the rivalry to the fan bases, proving that its emotional and cultural value far outweighed any potential economic benefits, solidifying its place as an unyielding aspect of civic identity. The proposed merger ultimately collapsed, a testament to the unshakable loyalty that defines the Steel City divide. The early years of the Football League saw both Sheffield clubs achieve significant success, laying a foundation for a rivalry built on mutual ambition and competitive parity. Sheffield United claimed the First Division title in 1898 and lifted the FA Cup in 1899, 1902, 1915 and 1925. Not to be outdone, Sheffield Wednesday secured their first FA Cup in 1896 and won back-to-back First Division titles in 1903 and 1904, adding another FA Cup in 1907. This period of shared, much-vaunted victories ensured the rivalry was rooted in genuine competition at the highest level. This was not a rivalry born from one club's consistent dominance over a struggling counterpart. Instead, it was a rivalry of equals, where both fan bases had legitimate historical bragging rights and high expectations. 8 September 1951, Bramall Lane. Over 50,000 fans packed the stadium for a second division clash that would etch itself permanently into Derby folklore. Sheffield United delivered their biggest victory over their rivals, a stunning 7-3 triumph. The newspaper headline, 10-goal thriller, barely captured the magnitude of the moment. As for Wednesday, the sky fell in. It remains a scoreline that warms the heart of any blade and sends a shiver down the spine of any owl. Such a lopsided result transcends mere statistics. It becomes a deeply ingrained memory and a potent source of perpetual bragging rights for the victors and lasting humiliation for the defeated. The 26th December, 1979, Hillsborough. Sheffield United were sitting proudly at the top of the Division 3 table. But on this Boxing Day, Wednesday delivered a legendary blow. A packed Hillsborough witnessed Wednesday's emphatic 4-0 victory, one of their biggest over their city rivals. This was more than a win. It was a premonition of the blue and white side of Sheffield's 1980s success. This victory is consistently framed as Wednesday's significant triumph, made more impactful by United's league position at the time. The 3rd April 1993 FA Cup semi-final at Wembley Stadium. This was the Steel City's true cup final, considered more important than the final itself by many supporters. The entire city seemed to descend upon London, leaving Sheffield a ghost town. The atmosphere was a spectacle of colour and fervent passion, marked by an inflatable arms race, with tens of thousands of red, white and blue balloons filling the iconic stadium. Wednesday legend Chris Waddle opened the scoring with a magnificent 30-yard screamer, only for United's Alan Cork to equalise. The game went to extra time, and as penalties loomed, Mark Bright headed in a late winner, sending the Wednesday fans into raptures. This match was a defining moment, etched forever in the collective memory of a city divided. The mass migration of the city's population to Wembley and the unique inflatable arms race demonstrated an unparalleled collective, city-wide investment in this single match. This wasn't merely about football progression. It was a high-stakes battle for civic bragging rights on the national stage. The dramatic progression of the match, culminating in Mark Bright's late winner, ensured it became an unforgettable memory. This event encapsulates how the Derby serves as the ultimate expression of Sheffield's divided identity, where the stakes are elevated far beyond typical sporting outcomes. It's a battle for the city's soul and pride. In a city so fiercely divided by footballing allegiances, there are rare figures who manage to transcend the bitter rivalry. Derek Dooley is one such legend, a man whose life story uniquely bridges the chasm between Sheffield Wednesday and Sheffield United. A prolific goalscorer for Sheffield Wednesday in the 1950s, his promising career was tragically cut short at just 23 by a severe leg injury that led to amputation. He later returned to Wednesday as manager, but in a move that shocked many, he controversially transitioned to Sheffield United, serving in various capacities, including commercial manager and eventually chairman. Despite this seemingly impossible shift in loyalties, Dooley earned the profound respect of both fan bases, becoming widely known as the only man to unite both Sheffield clubs. His personal admission that his heart leapt when the Blades scored against the Owls humanized the rivalry, demonstrating that even the most deep-seated loyalties can evolve and that a shared civic pride can, at times, override club-specific animosity. His enduring legacy is immortalized with a statue outside Bramall Lane, United's home ground, and a section of the city's ring road named in his honor, a testament to his unique status as a unifying figure in a perpetually divided city. The Steel City Derby is more than just a football match. It is a fundamental, emotional, and defining part of Sheffield's identity. As one of the oldest local matchups in world football, it is a tradition passed down through generations, embodying the city's resilience, its working-class spirit, and its passionate heart. This rivalry, born from a complex history of economic necessity and sporting ambition, and fueled by unwavering loyalty, continues to burn as hot as ever. Despite significant economic and social changes, particularly the decline of its traditional steel industry, the rivalry has evolved into a powerful cultural anchor. It provides a consistent and enduring source of identity, passion, and community for a city that has undergone profound transformation. The fact that it is passed down through generations underscores its role as a stable, defining narrative that helps Sheffield maintain its unique identity in the modern world, transcending economic shifts and societal changes. It is, and always will be, the unbreakable bond that defines the heartbeat of Sheffield.